Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway's brk.b equity portfolio is worth 353.4 billion as of the end of the Q2, up from 308.8 billion at the start of the year. Its largest holdings include Apple, Bank of America, American Express, Coca-Cola, and rounding out the top five is Chevron. This past weekend, Berkshire Hathaway reported their quarterly earnings. Before we get into the analysis, let's look at this article coming from investing.com. Berkshire posts record operating profits as rising rates boost Buffett's returns. So Berkshire Hathaway on Saturday posted its highest ever quarterly operating profit, while gains from stock holdings helped the conglomerate lead by billionaire Warren Buffett swing to a nearly $36 billion overall profit. Rising interest rates and better results at the Geico car insurer allowed Berkshire's insurance businesses to generate more money in the second quarter, with profits up 38% and interest and other investment income growing six-fold. However, profits fell at one of Berkshire's largest businesses. Many probably didn't know, but he owns a railroad company, and it's the BNSF Railroad, with a 24% decline reflecting lower shipments of consumer goods, price competition from truckers, and higher pay for employees. During the second quarter, it sold 8 billion more stock than it bought and repurchased less of its own stock, and it ended June with a near record 147.4 billion of cash. Now, many were asking going into this year, what are they going to be doing with all that cash? Berkshire and Warren Buffett didn't utilize any of that cash because at the time they didn't see anything worth buying. And I got to assume at these prices, as the stock market is up roughly, depending on the U.S. equity, you're looking at roughly 10 to 20% higher than it was a year ago. Berkshire is a big repurchaser of its own shares. It bought 1.4 billion of its stock in the quarter, down from 4.4 billion from January to March. And we know how Berkshire loves companies that repurchase their stock. A la Apple is a big example. It also sold 12.6 billion of stocks while buying just 4.6 billion. Apple comprised about half of Berkshire's 353 billion equity portfolio. All right, let's get into the analysis now. We're going to start with the monthly chart. And what we can see is this is the, again, brk.b. This is the poor man's stock of Berkshire Hathaway. All right, so we can see that price is inching closer to its all-time high that was established back in March of 2022. That was a huge drop in price to the October lows. Almost a year later, we are right back to near all-time highs. All right, let's go down to the weekly chart, and I can see this wick over wick. That has to be some type of level of interest, a buy level potentially, so 340. Let's look at that in a bit more detail. 340 level, no. Now, why, you might ask, all the wicks? To me, it implies that it's not, well, it's very liquid, but you know, the betas probably mimics the broader market, but very wicky, very wicky. All right, so that 340 level, not really seeing any level of interest. Let's go down to the daily chart, but you can see prices clearly in an upward momentum type swing, with the moving averages just following price. To me, price is overextended. We need to allow the moving averages to catch up. So I'm not sure if price will hit all-time highs before a pullback. Pullback might be in order based on the moving averages needing to catch up to price. Now we can see for the week it ended in an inverse hammer candle. Monday will be interesting to see whether it opens higher or lower based on the quarterly results. Let's go down to the daily chart. So we can see price opened higher, went higher, and then went lower, closed lower for the day. That was probably in anticipation of earnings coming out this weekend. Yeah, I don't really see any levels. Now, what you can see is that price for the last couple of days has been respecting this 13 simple moving average on the daily chart. So be interested to see what happens on Monday. Here was a level here that it's no longer fresh. It did hold. That would be the daily buyers level. At 346. That could hold again. It's possible. However, price did penetrate more than 50% of the zone. So we'll see if it holds. But price is at 349. You know, I would like to see a sell-off into that daily buyers level and that level hold again. So let's see if this pans out. That's going to be the setup. If price declines on the open on Monday. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.